It's time. It's time to get our crashed Mclaren 540C fully rebuilt. In the last episode, we assembled the front end and now we want to get it completely done. We've got a lot to do, so let's stop talking and let's start fixing.
Rear quarter time.
Rear quarter time. Right, we have gone and contacted Mclaren and they have very kindly supplied us with the exact sealant that they use in the factory. So, that's for the back wing. You're going to have to bond it there and we'll also have to bond it here. Obviously, all this framework here is new because, well, that is pretty strong stuff, that ain't it?
Well, yeah.
That is really strong stuff.
We couldn't actually, well, we could have put the old one on there, but it was all bent, weren't it? Yeah. And to try and get the top off, that was the only thing that would have still been damaged on the car. Yeah. Everything else has been replaced and, yeah, there's nothing you can say about it. And
now it's time to fit the piece that we got from Overton Automotive. Now this, luckily for us, was already in the colour because I think the majority of them on the McLaren are all this same sort of metallic grey. So that sits on there like so.
I think we need to...
obstacle course.
Well, I think we need to get rid of some of these cars out of it, don't you? Lift that top piece. Yeah. Have you got the back end of it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that little top piece locates onto... Wait one sec, I want to go up. There you go.
Here?
Yeah. Yeah, she's looking sexy. And we now have the back wing all bolted up. Now, it's ready to be bonded on. We've got the clamps on it there, and we're just going over all of our panel gaps now. Now that does sit just a bit prouder, don't it? Than
it's the same as the other side.
The door. It's the exact same on the other side, and the same with that tendon. It's time to fix the only bit of wiring damage that was on the McLaren, and that is the plug for the rear light. Now, the plug that was ripped off of this one, we did still have, but we managed to cut one off of the loom at ASM. Gives us a bit more to play with when it comes to soldering those wires back up. So let's get that done now. Now, we have done a lot of work to this McLaren. We've basically rebuilt the front end and the back end. And sometimes having all this work done isn't for everybody. So if you're looking at buying a car or you want to check your own car, then you need to be using CarVertical. All you have to do is type in your reg or your VIN number and it will pull up a full history report for your car. Take this Golf for an example. The odometer has an amber warning. The financial and legal status is good, which means the car is free of any finance, but the damage and ownership also have an amber warning. Now, if we scroll down on the report, we can see that the mileage went from 74,000 to 45,000 miles, which indicates somebody has rolled the mileage back on this car. And if we click on damage, we can see that it's been a category S. And then to top it off, it's had 14 owners. Now, a car like this can cause you nothing but problems. It's obviously had a very hard life. So to make sure that you are staying clear of cars like these, then click my link in the description box below. It will take you straight to CarVertical and it should automatically apply your 20% discount. If not, then my code is FS20 and thank me later when I stop you from buying a lemon. The back light is in it. We haven't actually plugged the plug in yet to see whether we got those two yellow wires around the right way. We need to plug that in. So we'll test that light out after we bonded the back wing in. We'll be confident because I'm sure that wiring is all right. But with that being said, we'll get that back wing all bolted back off. We'll get the sealer guns ready and let's get it put on.
Let's go. That's a bit thicker in there. Right, there we go.
Now, for all you eagle-eyed viewers, you'll probably be thinking, well, if they've got the gun there, then why have they not used a nozzle and then squirted it onto the panels? Well, me and Dad had a bit of concerns because when we took off the old bits of metal, the mixture hadn't mixed and all you could see was just a white and a black. It wasn't mixed at all. So we thought we'll play on the safe side because we've only got one chance at this really. Then we'll put it onto a bit of cardboard and we'll mix it manually by our hand and then we'll apply it that way. And to be fair, it worked. We also used 2 tubes and that was just the perfect amount. Once we got it on the back plate and underneath the mirror, now let's get the wing on.
Right, we've got to get this underneath that thing there. So you tell you what, you lift that up.
Underneath what? Yes.
Right, that's got to go under there.
What, yeah, what's come back? There you go. What, yeah, what's come back? There you go.
Need some cloth.
What?
A bit of cloth.
Where's that brown thing I was using to gauge the...
Yeah.
Because there's that plastic bit's in there.
You happy with it there?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can't find the hole.
It's now the following day and that bonding agent has now gone off. We're going to remove these clamps. Well, that's some strong stuff, ain't it?
That's gone off.
That has gone off rock hard.
I'm well surprised with that.
That definitely ain't like your normal windscreen bond, is it?
No, definitely not. All right, let's take them off. Hopefully it don't come unstuck.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gone off. Look at that.
It's gone there real nice, ain't it?
That is strong as anything.
Well, now we're going to have to, we're bonding this tendon on. We've got the plastic that sits underneath the tendon, that needs bonding on. We've just cleaned all the sealer and the double-sided tape that was on that. So that is going to sit basically underneath that like so.
Put some of this on here. Stir it up.
Now what you are seeing here is Dad just priming the areas whereabouts we're going to put sealer on and bond it to the car. Now this panel has to sit 100% perfect, because if it's out a little bit, it will kink at the top and it will look terrible. It will look really, really bad. So this needs to be 1000%. There's 2 Allen key bolts that sit in it, and apart from that, it's literally just bond and bolts.
See?
So after a bit of moving about, that tendon is now ready to go, and we've got this plastic all bolted on. We've got all the clips on, ready to clip onto the tendon. It's all bolted up.
Take off this tape here, look.
Yeah, we'll do.
See it, isn't it? I think that'll do, won't it?
Yeah.
Right, go on. Ready? Is it gone in?
Yeah, yeah, just got to push them together.
Leave one there.
I'll say leave it like that.
Is that all right?
Yeah. The back tendon is now all bonded on, and well, we haven't even had to use masking tape on the top of it because that gap up there is absolutely perfect. If you look at that side, it's sat on there absolutely perfect. So now our next job is to bond this back window in. That's just making a V incision on the end of the nozzle.
By putting that V in there, yeah, we're going to be trying to look for. You have to stand up like that. So when you put the window in, it will go and stick.
Go like what?
Stick. We only get one real good chance at this.
Well, so make sure you do it well then. It wasn't a bit easier than I thought it would do, actually.
Well, I've put that mark there, so I know where the glass is going.
Mark?
That tape, the edge of the mark, the glass was going there.
Who's Mark?
I'll give you
Why's Mark in the McLaren? The back window and that back tendon is now all bonded in. Well, you were looking quite smug last night when you put that glass in, so.
That was quite good, that's gone in there. Listen. Rock solid.
Well, where's the torch? Let's get the torch and have a look at it from the inside.
Torch. Do you see it? It's all gone in quite nice all the way around.
Yeah, that has gone in nice. I will admit that.
You got 10 points for that, do I?
No, I'll give you 8. Give you 8 points.
8 points, all right.
No, in all honesty, we did not think that tendon was going to go in there as nicely as it did we? If you would have got one bit of imperfection really down here, one bit of, or anything out, it would kink that at the top, wouldn't it?
Kinks that roof there.
Yeah.
Yeah, slight movement that way, right or left.
Yeah.
That would have a gap. Yeah.
So we are actually really, really happy with the way that's come out. I would say that's definitely, I'd say McLaren-esque.
Yeah.
Right, we want to get that wheel off and then we want to get the last bolt that goes into that rear quarter. It pulls it together and then it's time to put on that bottom panel for the rear quarter as well. There's 4 bolts that go at the top and then 4 bolts that go along on the bottom. This again needs to be perfect because any misalignment then it will cause a big gap from the top of the rear quarter and the bottom of the rear quarter. Right, let's get her off. I think I might need an extension. Do I need an extension? Oh, she moves. I'm bloody surprised that she moves like that. I was expecting a snap. I was expecting me to go, oh! Let's get it off. Right, let's give it a bit of a knock so we can fire it off. She's off. And the exhaust is now on. That was not easy, to be fair. Is what we ended up having to do is get the porta power with the adapter on it there, and basically, because there was a ring on it, the ring had to go inside the exhaust. We had to put the porta power there, open it up, then slide that on. And now we need to get the bumper on it that we got from ASM. Both of the cheeks can now go back on it. That one's been painted, as you know.
Should just clip in, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm making sure there's no bits of plastic left.
Get rid of them pliers. Right, I'm just pushing through, that's it. Right.
No, that's not one.
What's going in? That's the 2 Allen keys that go on the side of that bumper. So now let's get those cheeks on. The back bumper, the exhaust tip, the lights, everything on this back is now on. Both of the cheeks, they fit up nice, didn't they? They do fit up nice, actually, yeah.
How
Great.
nice do they fit up on a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah, all right. They'll do. They'll do.
They'll do. What piece you got there?
Boomerang.
Where's it going?
Goes in here. It's in there like that.
Nice. All right, we'll put it in then. Come on.
It's not quite as easy, just put it in, is it?
All right, well.
I'm going to bring that out there like that, because I'm not sure whether that's going to go in yet.
Okay.
So I'm going to put that in there. I might want to come. Yeah, that's all right.
He does it, so he whispers to himself as he's putting stuff in. That's his first sign that he's losing it, isn't it? Oh, look at that. That is professional, isn't it?
That'll do, donkey.
That'll do, donkey. It's time to get that rear diffuser on. We had it painted the same colour as the front bumper, and I think we'll all agree that looks 10 times better. We've got 1, 2, 3 things to put on, 2 wheel arch liners, and that rear diffuser just bolts into the back there and then through the bumper. So let's get it on.
Here we go. You ready? Oh, oh. Where does it go? Does it go? I must just go up there like that. That's better.
And now we want to get it off the scissor lift and put it on a 4-poster and get these final under trays on. But first, let's hear the cold start. Now, to make this McLaren 100%, we've gone and got the guys in from 12 Valeting and Detailing, and they're going to completely redo the PPF on this car. The front bumper had a scuff on it, and the front wing and that front bumper cheek has also been painted, so that all needs to be redone. And also, Ryan's going to talk us through the different packages that McLaren offer when they're PPF cars.
So some people go for front end, which is just your front end, wings, bumper, bonnet, splitter.
Yep.
Some people go track pack, which is across the bottom, so all the areas that mainly gets attacked by stone chips and whatnot. They do obviously the rear quarter bit here as well.
Yep.
And then A-pillar and mirrors.
Right, okay.
But obviously this one, it looks like it's track pack.
Yep.
But you can't PPF to plastic. It won't bond to that.
No.
Obviously being a 540, these are plastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll just replace the bits that have been painted. Bits that have got holes in, like this.
Yeah, well, the PPF has done exactly what it's made to do there, isn't it?
Yeah, it took the damage to the PPF, not the actual paint. Yeah. So it saves you painting the car again.
Well, yeah, the nightmare that we had on the paint, trying to get the paint finish, we ended up having to paint it a Toyota colour to get it to match. McLaren wouldn't spare us with the paint on it. But to be fair, the paintwork's come on it really, really nice. So obviously we want to protect it. So, well, we'll set the camera up and we'll see how you PPF a car.
Yeah, sweet.
Now, with the paintwork being as good as it is on this car, then it needs protecting. The front bumper had a tiny little scuff of it on what you can see, but this PPF has been on the car since new, so it can be real difficult to work with. But very, very lucky for us, we're in the safe hands of 12 Valeting and Detailing. Ryan warms up the old PPF and it just helps release that glue. Now, to be honest with you guys, it can be really, really hard to find people to work on your car that you 100% trust. Now, for us, we've known the guys at 12 for, I'd say, probably about 7 years now. So we knew when this McLaren needed re-PPFing and detailing, the only place we could take it to was them. And you'll see, because the end result just speaks for itself. Now, the main thing that they do is mobile valeting and detailing. They cover the Essex, Hertfordshire, Cambridgeshire and Bedfordshire area. So if anybody is in need of their services, then I will leave a link in my description box below. It will take you straight to their website, and I'll also leave a link to their Instagram in the description box below. You can go and have a look at some of the amazing work they do. But a massive, massive thank you to them for helping support the series. And just like that, she is now complete. It's been a bit of a story from picking it up in London to going to ASM to pick up the parts, to even having the guys from 12 Valeting PPF in it. I can't thank everybody enough who's helped us on this project, and I'm so glad how well it's gone, especially for our first supercar. We've gone from fixing Corsas and Fiat 500s to McLarens and Aston Martins. Thank you all so much for watching this series. I really, really do appreciate it. If you can all go and smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, then it will really, really help the channel out, and it will keep cars like this coming on. But with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next project.